What's going on, YouTube gang? It's Melo DFS coming to you live and direct. Here to give you my favorite plays for today, y'all. We got a 12-game main slate. Today is the 21st. Hope everybody's having a great Wednesday. If you like the video, please subscribe to the channel. Press that bell icon to always stay notified for new videos. Let's get right into these plays, y'all. Going to the point guard spot. Now, if I'm gonna pay down, I definitely like Malcolm Brogdon. 7,700 on DraftKings, 75 on FanDuel. To me, great play going against OKC. Now, we gotta look at this play because it's an uptrend spot. Also, he's playing without Sabonis. Also, something to consider. Bumping usage here, averaging 23 points, 18.8 field goal attempts in the past 5 games, averaging 40.8 fantasy points in the past 5. And OKC do allow an average 38.9 fantasy points to the starting point guards and around 46.3 fantasy points in the past 5 games to point guards. So Malcolm Brogdon should be low on. Great spot to consider. Give you that 40 plus for today. All right, let's go to our next spot. For a savings play, do want to consider DeLon Wright at 4,100 on DraftKings. Like this price more so on DraftKings because of the upside. Now on FanDuel, they do have him priced up at 5,300, but going against Minnesota once again, where he had that 33 fantasy point last game, in which Minnesota is 30th against point guard reserves. Now we got keeping tabs if Fox is on the sit because he is questionable, but he's averaging 23 fantasy points in the past 5 games. So good spot for DeLon right here for value on DraftKings. Like this price tag. All right, let's go to our next play. Going to our shooting guards. All right, going to a shooting guard play. If you do want to pay up, of course, you got Paul George, 9,300 on DraftKings, 9,400 on FanDuel. This guy's going to be a bucket, especially without Kawhi. Will be out for about at least a week. So got to look at the spot. He's averaging 32 points a game, averaging 37.4% in usage in the past 5 games, averaging 23.6 field goal attempts in the past 5, averaging 7.4 rebounds. And he's averaging 53 fantasy points a game, y'all. And he's going against Memphis that allows an average 27.7 fantasy points to the starting spot here. So gotta look at Paul George if you do want to pay up. Going to be a high price tag, but gotta look at a play where he's going to get a lot of usage on the court. All right, now another guy you can also pivot to will be D'Angelo Russell. Now looking at last game, he had that 43 fantasy point game in only 24 minutes. So Russell will be a play to consider here going against Sacramento. We already know it's going to be a high scoring game. Both teams on the second game back to back. So he has no minute restriction from the last news we got from last night. So D'Angelo Russell should be another great play at his price tag on both platforms. 6,100 on DraftKings, 63 on FanDuel. All right, let's go to our next play, going to our small forwards. I look for some savings, and where I want to go back to the well, Bruce Brown. All right, he's 5,200 on DraftKings, 51 on FanDuel. He's averaging 32 fantasy points in the past 2 games. Claxton, KD is still out, and of course the Harden play. So in a good spot once again. He's averaging 29.6 fantasy points in the past 5 away games, averaging 9.6 points. 7.8 rebounds. He might come in off the bench, so I like this play even if you come off the bench because you know you're gonna get the usage, and he gets a lot of looks at the bucket. So I like this play for Bruce Brown if you need that 25 to 30 fantasy point game, as he has done so in the past 2. So Bruce Brown, great play to consider once again. Also, we're gonna go for a savings play on FanDuel. To me, Reggie Bullock will be a good spot. He's only 3,800 on FanDuel. To me, that's a cheap spot. 33, 23, 21, 26, 25 in the past 5 games. Should be in a great play once again because we found out that Alec Burks is doubtful. So if he's out again, Reggie Bullock will be a great play. I just love this spot more so on FanDuel for some savings if you need some savings at this spot. All right, let's go to our next play, going to our power forwards. We're going to pay up as Draymond Green going against Washington. 238.5 implied total in this game, so should be a high-scoring game. Love this play for Draymond Green. He's in a good spot, 7,100 on DraftKings, 74 on FanDuel. Has done well against Washington in the past 3, 32, 42, 37 in the past 3 games. Had that 28 dud last go around, so hopefully he'll bounce back here in this play. And he has done well in the past 5, 30, 37, 60, 45. So Draymond Green, great play to give you that 35 plus here in my opinion for today. We want to go for a savings play on power forwards. Definitely want to consider Mo Harkless, y'all. Good spot. He's still too cheap. 3,500 on DraftKings. He balled out last night with 34 fantasy points in 28 minutes versus Minnesota. He was 7 for 12 from the field with 7 rebounds. And it's a good spot once again. He's averaging 29.5 fantasy points in the past 2 games. So should be starting once again to where if you need some savings, could be a nice punt play once again for Maurice Harkless. All right, let's go to our next play, going to our center spot. All right, now we got to keep it tabs if Joel Embiid's going to play because he is questionable now. I mean, the team right now, you got Harris, Simmons, Embiid, Curry. All 4 of those guys are questionable right now. So, of course, if one of those guys are out, we'll bump up some usage throughout the day. So we go keeping tabs. Definitely check out my video or hit me on Twitter. I will have injury updates in my video on the pinned comment section and also on my Twitter. Now, Joel Embiid could be out to where Karl Anthony Towns, still a great play. He bought out for us last night. If you had him, he had 66 fantasy points. And he's back in the same game once again. 56.6 fantasy points in the past 5 away games. He had 66 fantasy points last night with 36 minutes on the court, 18 rebounds last night. And Minnesota's allowing an average 36.4 fantasy points to the starting center spot, allowing 11 rebounds a game to the starting center. So good spot for Cat in this play for today once again. Now, if you want to go for a savings play, Daniel Gafford will be a great play. 3,900 on DraftKings, 38 on FanDuel. He'll be a great play. Plug him in your center play or even have him as your utility on DraftKings. To me, I think it's a good spot for him, y'all, for his price tag. Averaging 11 points, 7.4 field goal attempts in the past 5. 6 rebounds a game, averaging 26.1 fantasy points, and Rui's out once again, so Gafford gets the bump in this play. Going against Golden State, that was 27th overall against reserves. Daniel Gafford, to me, a great play to consider to get some value in your lines. All right, and these are my favorite plays, y'all. If you want the rest of my player pool, click the link in the description. It's $1 up to 30 days. Once you sign up, get access to the NBA cheat sheet, your sleepers, and your studs. Click on the watch players, get access to my player pool up top for Watch Melo's DFS picks for either DraftKings or FanDuel. So love y'all, man. Y'all collect that bag. It's Melo DFS, and y'all stay blessed. And I'll see y'all in the next video.